Hello, it's Jamie, the Soulmate Journey Empath. I figured that it was long overdue for me to go ahead and record a pick a card reading for my Instagram fam. So I hope that everybody is doing well. This reading is timeless, so whenever you come across it, it's meant for you, all right? Also, they're general messages for the collective. You were guided to pick whichever pile or Orgonite was speaking to you, but as these are collective messages, just take what resonates with you and leave the rest for somebody else. All right. So I am going to go ahead and get started right away. I've got a little bit of some stuff going on with my throat, so I'm drinking a little water, but I'm really excited to get started. All of the decks that I'm going to be using today were designed by Tony Carmine Salerno. Just absolutely beautiful. The images go together well. The energy is similar. So there are just basically three different piles that each have cards from the Blue Angel Oracle, the Gaia Oracle, and the Universal Wisdom Oracle. So let's go ahead and get started. This is pile number one. If you selected the Turquoise Orgonite, these are your messages. All right. So I'm going to be holding these up. My pledge to you and to myself is to appear on camera. That way we develop a little bit more personal of a relationship. So the first message I have from you from the Blue Angel Oracle is Ancient of Days, Eternal Flame. Eternal Flame. This is number 31, 3 and 1. Adds a 4 in numerology. Fours are all about stability, about our foundations. And so, excuse me. I love this Ancient of Days, Eternal Flame because it really reminds me of our soul being an eternal flame. It reminds me of soul consciousness and connecting with the soul. And I'm getting that for a lot of you, for pile number one, that you have started to experience the most significant part of your spiritual awakening process in the last 19 months to 2 years. Okay. So I'm getting that this is really getting in touch with your soul, being soul conscious, and also connecting to divine source. All right. So, this is a really good number to start out with here with this 4, because that tells me that you're in a place where you feel like you have a fairly solid foundation, where there's stability, there's soul consciousness, and there's definitely that divine connection. So absolutely beautiful message to come out first for you, pile number one. All right. For your next message from the Gaia Oracle, we have harmony. Harmony, which is just absolutely beautiful here. Harmony. And again, with that initial 4, with the 4 being the vibration of the way that we open this reading for you, I was picking up on a lot of stability. Here we have power, self-confidence, and productivity. And this is the number 3. So again, going back to this initial message, soul consciousness on your behalf, as well as co-creation with your divine team. Because my focus is primarily on ascension and awakenings, 3s for me as a collaborative number are not just about external relationships in the 3D, although they may be. But what I get here is a very strong resonance of co-creation, of not only being soul conscious and conscious of the universal force, but also working with guides to help you stay in harmony, to keep that foundation solid, and also to help you come into alignment and be able to manifest things. So absolutely beautiful messages there. And last but not least, we have the Lilac Mist. the lilac mist. Let's see if we can get close there. The light wants to halo everything. But this is really beautiful. Again, this is crown chakra energy, and there's transformation with these butterflies going on around the crown chakra. A lot of transformation of your consciousness that is really going on. And so, if you were wondering if everything is going well, if there's anything that you need to be working on right now, with this combination of messages that I'm getting for you, group number one, there's just a significant transformation going on there. In addition to this transformation, to these upgrades that you're getting to the crown chakra, there's also stability with a firm foundation here. We talk about the eternal flame. There's this firm foundation with these roots, okay? Almost like her body is almost like a tree. Very grounded in the present. Lots of heart chakra energy here. Heart, vibrant and balanced. And so what I'm getting is to continue working on the grounding strategies, especially as you are getting more and more downloads, more and more intuitive messages and guidance from your divine team, for whoever it is that you are co-creating with, whoever you pray to, because that's significant change. And when we're going through change, we want to make sure that we're staying grounded. So message to keep your heart vibrant, open, message to help you ground in these light codes or downloads that you've been getting here, because you are very much in touch with divine source and your own divinity, is make sure that to maintain this harmony, this balance, this stability, that you are practicing your grounding techniques. All right. So those are my messages for you, pile number one. Thank you so much. And feel free to send me a message or a comment. Also, feel free to check out the content on my YouTube channel. That's Soulmate Journey Empath. All right. So as always, I'm sending you so much healing, love, and light. Bye-bye, group one. All right, group two. Group two, you selected this Lapis Lazuli Orgonite. So if you selected the Lapis Orgonite, group two, these are your messages. Oh my goodness. This is very, very powerful. So overall, the message that I am getting first and foremost, that's very consistent through your messages here, is that one of the best things that you can do for your own healing is to be present. Be present in your thoughts, be present in your experiences. I'm getting that grounding is very, very significant for group number two. And so here we have eternity as your first message from the Blue Angel Oracle. This is number 44. Fours are all about foundations, are all about stability. And here we have eternity, the immortal present. So this is really interesting. In addition to talking about foundations, one of the intuitive messages that I'm getting about this card is that it is also embracing the cyclical nature of things, that few things are actually linear, because eternity is literally connecting with the past, pulling it into the present, thus influencing the future. And I see that here. Also, we tip the card on the side and we do see the infinity symbol here when we look at it sideways. A lot of divine feminine energy that I'm getting here as well, which is associated with the sacral chakra. And I say divine feminine energy because I tend to think of pink heart chakra energy as having more of a divine feminine polarity. In addition to that, we have all this orange, which definitely corresponds to the sacral chakra. And so, big message is with these messages coming out is to make sure that you are not only staying grounded with that root chakra, with this foundation, with this vibration of 44. And I'm leaving it 44. That's a divine number, a master number. It repeats for a reason. So when we're dealing with those, you almost never see me break them down in numerology. So here, root chakra, foundations. Also, being very conscious of the limitations of the way in which you perceive time. And time is a huge, huge thing coming up in this pile number 2. And this isn't going to resonate for everybody, but I get the impression that a lot of you who have picked number 2 may have a parallel soul. So this is just beautiful. Your message from the Gaia Oracle is also about time. It's number 19. And so in numerology, we put that to a 10. It's a completion. Excuse me, a completion of a cycle. And this is, again, movement, wheel of life, path of least resistance, eternal dance. Again, notice a lot of this earthy grounding energy with the tree roots. She's enveloped in the tree. She's just kind of letting it happen. And for those of you that are familiar with the traditional tarot, both of these messages have this resonance of the Wheel of Fortune energy, of divine timing. But I just also get this energy that there is the ability to both influence time and surrender to it with you here, group number 2. Again, there's emphasis here on the root and sacral chakras. And then here we have the butterfly tree. The butterfly tree. That's kind of hard to see with my production light. Let's see if that helps. Beautiful message here. A lot of crown chakra. And also, what I love about this is it says tree, but when I pull it back out here, does this not look like the support of your spiritual team? Excuse me. When we think of our spiritual team and divine guidance in general, here's this star. And as we know in traditional tarot, the star is all about divine guidance. So I'm seeing this divine guidance as here is your divine source that is guiding you. But here I see this team. Here's this team of spirit guides, of ancestors, of soul family could be. But there's a lot of information coming in here with all of these guides and the star. It's like it's radiating out in layers. And it's really interesting. I see the layers here because when I call on my team, there's a specific order that I call them in. And I see this order radiating out from the center. And again, that takes me back to this message where things are cyclical. So that may be a synchronicity for some of you, but what I'm really getting more than anything else is eternity. There's something about time There's something about time that is healing for you. And also, while you're navigating these energies, really what is going to help you is calling in for protection, for guidance with your divine team here, and to end the current cycle that you have just completed so that you can go ahead and allow this 10 to transform into a 1 for the next cycle that you're embarking on. Really making sure that you are balancing and aligning these lower chakras is going to be very, very important for you to continue being open, filtering these messages, and really with having these two cards of being some of you needing grounding. Well, it's because you need to bring these intuitive messages. You need to bring these light codes. You need to bring these downloads into the 3D. And the way that you are consistently able to do that, loved one, is by making sure that these lower chakras are in alignment and that they are balanced and open. All right. So if you chose pile number 2, those are my healing messages for you. As always, I'm sending you lots and lots of love and light. Bye-bye, group 2. All right, group 3. Group 3, you selected this beautiful Amethyst Orgonite. If you selected the Amethyst Orgonite, these are your healing messages. Let's get these other 2 groups out of the way. So let's see what we have for you. Oh my goodness. So right off the bat, there's an extra Gaia Oracle card for group number 3. Also, group number 3, I am seeing a lot of you that are on a divine counterpart journey. So we all call those different things. There are even different types of those divine connections, soul, spiritual connections. But what I am really, really getting is that if you chose group number 3, chances are at least a portion of you have experienced your spiritual awakening because of a twin flame or divine counterpart identification. So this is just an absolutely beautiful energy. Your first message from the Blue Angel Oracle is enlightenment. Just look at how beautiful this is. Also, I see that we have these colors of masculine and feminine kind of co-creating. There's also this angel for divine guidance, but ultimately a lot of love radiating here in the center of the card, and liberation is the word associated with this message. This is also number 12, which reduces to a 3, which is all about divine guidance. So there has been this significant spiritual awakening or enlightenment that has really been happening in your life that has brought a sense of freedom, of liberation to you. And it's transforming your life, literally. Literally. Now, here we have first from the Gaia Oracle, Sacred Journey, which is number 22. For me, 22 is a master number of love, of relationships. And we have this sacred journey here. Life cycles, family transformation. Well, a spiritual awakening is a very sacred journey. So is waking up to a divine connection. So it could be either for you, but really what we have here is is transforming. And I love this because we talked about transformation before, we get onto this card here. So, and one of the things that I know from my own spiritual experience and also from working with my clients is every time that we go through a significant transformation, there is a reset energetically that needs to happen because we've been through a lot. We need to purge things that are no longer serving us. And so that is where the healing begins, the healing part of the journey. So the next card I have is a number of change, of transformation. It's number 8, number 35. So that reduces to an 8, and it's lost love. Here we have a lot of heart chakra and third eye chakra going on here. And surrender, healing, release. Okay, so for those of you that are in a divine connection, there's a separation right now. And as I tell my clients that are on a divine journey, separation is like the most beautiful gift from the universe because you have that time to completely devote to yourself. But none of that energy is wasted because when we have a soul connection on that level, any progress that we make is progress for the counterpart. All right. And some of you also may have been triggered into your spiritual awakening by leaving a very painful or very toxic relationship. And the big message that I get from this card is in order to heal, to be able to process, to move on, that there's a lot of rest that needs to happen. And also with this moon here, balancing of the divine feminine polarity. So this is definitely the divine letting you know that if there's any space between you and another person, that it's meant to happen right now to give you space for your own healing. And funniest thing, here we have this divine journey. My video was just at 22:22 as we were talking about that. So love that synchronicity here. And then from the Universal Wisdom Oracle, look at this message that we have here, dreaming of you. Dreaming of you. So for those of you that are in a divine counterpart connection, a divine partnership, in separation, there's definitely 5D communication going on in dream time. For those of you that are not dealing with a divine counterpart, that your sacred journey is perhaps just your awakening, there's healing from past love and past karma that you're really, really processing right now, especially with all of the planets that we have in Capricorn right now. And the ones that are there, the fact that they're there together. And what I'm picking up with the dreaming of you is there may be grief about relationships that you've had to leave behind. There may be grief about loved ones that have passed away or that you're just out of contact with that you miss. And what I'm getting is that you're going to get a lot of this enlightenment in dream time. And look at, again, there's 3 nude feminine figures. So again, I'm getting that some of these wounds have come down from the heart into the sacral chakra, and that there's addressing these things by expressing them, by processing them, that is really going to help you move along through these seasons. I love it. Look at the seasons on this card. What is going to help you navigate these seasons as you are experiencing liberation and enlightenment is going to be to surrender to this healing, to make time for it, to recognize that you have been given the invitation that it's safe, that you can do it. Also, with this red here, with a lot of shifts, with these shifting cycles, there is this message to make sure to stay grounded. I'm getting with this water here in the lost love card that it may be difficult to cry. Some of you may feel that you don't have it in you to cry, but I get that crying is going to be very cathartic for you. It's going to be a deep, deep means of healing, of release. And it may happen when you wake up from dreams about people or situations. But also recognize that your divine team is communicating with you while you are resting, while you are recharging your batteries. And when I see this sleep and dream time, and then the woman sleeping in this card as well, I just want to mention when I have a difficult time falling asleep because head and heart are busy, I can't get to that point of stillness that I really, really need. I call on the Archangel Raphael. And I've told friends this to please try it, because as I am setting my intention out there and asking for Raphael's healing, I absolutely fall asleep before I have finished putting out my manifestation, and I wake up the next morning feeling absolutely recharged. So for some of you, to help you with this healing process, especially with the heart, especially with calming heart and mind, balancing heart and mind, you may look to calling in on the Archangel Raphael. So definitely a time of healing for you. There's also promise that cycles are continuing to move along. So wherever you're at, if you feel like you are in this winter season here, Spirit wants you to know, the universe wants you to know, your guides want you to know that that is because now is a time to surrender to healing and to release what no longer serves you, taking only the lessons that you've learned to move forward. All right. So I hope that those messages resonated with you. Please don't forget to also check out my YouTube channel, Soulmate Journey Empath, if you'd like to schedule a personal reading. That information is listed in the description to this video, but also it's www.etsy.com/shop/Soulmate Journey Reads. So until next time, my loved ones, I am sending you so much healing, love, and light. Bye-bye.